Real quick, this is my alt channel, and my main channel is in danger every day of getting banned as a result of talking with these amazing people very candidly. So please do me a favor and subscribe down below. Helps me out a lot. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Thank you so much. We'll read the rest of the super chats here in a little bit, but I just always like to get the pinks and reds because they smell good when they're on your face. A little bit of that gym funk. You know what I'm talking about? When a girl goes to the gym, doesn't go too hard, comes back, she's trying to get a shower. I'm like, no.
You're a wild animal, dude.
I love it.
I've come to that conclusion.
Dude, it's pheromones. It's like, I don't know what it's just a little bit. Like when a girl like lays down, she went to work, came home, and she has a little bit of that female, like just a little bit of that female BO, like underarm. I'm like dying.
Does the woman appear from like behind the curtain like Dylan Mulvaney when she's ready for you after a hard workout?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, don't
I'm
wash.
like, first place you can sit is my face. I'll clear it.
Oh my God, Stacy, you fucking little treat. You absolute succulent animal.
Oh.
I'm going to lick you from your asshole to your taint.
Oh, God. I don't know, dude. It's something that if I told myself 10 years ago, if I told 24-year-old Cody that I was gonna be this way, dude, I just dive more into degeneracy. Like the older I get, I'm like, I don't care. Like eat ass, yeah, 100%. I don't care. Let's go.
Nah, I saw a dude eat ass and he came back around and he had pink eye. That warded me off it.
Yeah, I welcome it.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And he's like, I ate ass and I got pink eye, dude. Well, don't get fucking near me, you asshole.
That we have a phrase for that in Alabama. It's called risking it for the biscuit. You gotta risk it for the biscuit sometime, Gundam. Go down there. Sometimes, like I'm gonna be honest. Like I've been down there. I've done and it's usually pretty good. I wouldn't eat my ass. That would be the worst thing I could ever do.
That says a lot about your hygiene.
That shit is probably fucked. No, well, like being a guy, I work out a lot, do some deadlifts, do some squats. I definitely have hemorrhoids. So
what?
You had to be like dodging that shit.
Damn, dude. I don't even know what the fuck to say to you, bro. You're like, I have hemorrhoids. There's shit all over them. And I'm sitting here like with all these fancy soaps in my bathroom made in Brazil. Like it's important that I smell and look good.
Yeah. Well, I just use a bar of soap. Drag it loosely across my body.
Hey, you don't even bother with a lather. Fuck it.
No.
You're like, the ladies love my pheromones.
Yeah, they're cool about it.
You are a Southern man.
That's the secret, bro.
People are sitting here like your fucking accent's fake. I'm like, yeah, I'm beginning to think this is who he is.
It's just who I am, man. And women like that. I shit you not, I've had women like hug me because they haven't seen me in a while, or maybe I'm like, we're gonna hang out with them at the movies. And I had to get a quick workout in because I work out like 7 days a week. It's a mental thing. I'll shoot myself if I don't. It's weird. So
yeah, I gotta give it to you. I'm lucky if I can get 3 in.
I'm snowed in and I haven't been in 4 days because my city, apparently my taxes don't mean nothing. But anyways, so I'll go get a quick workout, meet up with a girl at the movies. She'll like hug on me and she's like, oh wow, you smell so good. And I'm like, that's weird. And I say that every time. That's always my response. I'm like, that's weird.
That is true.
That's weird. She's like,
it's very true.
You just smell like a man. And I'm like, well, good. Because that is what I am. Can't help it. Unapologetically.
Yeah, you're never going to have the problem that Destiny has because you're just all macho. She can sniff it on you.
Yeah. Oh, poor Destiny. What a bitch. He went on podcast defending his trifling hoe ass. And she immediately finds an even frailer, small, effeminate man and leaves his ass.
Well, you got to give it to the dollar store Ezra Miller. It looks like he's got a low body fat count. And he dresses better.
That is true. And he has kind of a cool accent a little bit.
Yeah, you need an accent. Like, I knew this dude that worked at a guitar shop. I think his name was James or some shit. Normal guy, New York. One day I go to the shop. He's British. So, well, how's it going, mate? And I'm thinking, what the bloody hell is this? I use a lot of British slang myself, but I don't go, what the bloody hell is this? A Yorkshire son of a bitch, he is. And he just starts going into this. And I pull my friends over. I go, Doug, what the fuck is going on with him? Oh, he's British now. And it was, I guess, when you think about it, he was before his time because he identified as a British person, even though he was born in upstate New York.
Oh.
And he lived his truth. So he had to crawl so the trans community could run, now that I think about it.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? My girl PDH, who's one of my mods and always in my chats sometimes. I know her in real life. We hang out all the time. And she told me that she faked an Australian accent in front of a new group of friends. And she had to keep it going forever. And it was just like a joke at first. And then she like kept it going forever. And she's like, fuck, why am I doing this? This is terrible. I don't want to do this anymore. So
And it got out of hand.
she just randomly, she was too deep, bro. She finally one day told him, she's like, yeah, I'm not. I'm just,
You know what she could have done? Because it had been so long. She could have totally parlayed it into her normal accent. And people go, what happened to your accent? And she just go, I feel more like it works that I speak like this here or something. And it would work.
yeah,
But moral of the story is the guy who went British got a girlfriend, so it works.
just lie more.
Yeah.
Just
The
lie
whole
more.
world's full of lies.
You can do more. I mean, every politician, that's their entire like program. Just lie about everything. Always.
Lie. Look at the president. Lies all the time. Everything's fine.
Those tweets. I'm so happy when I see every single tweet that his team tweets. Every single tweet has a community notes on it. That's like, this is completely ass backwards and not true at all. I love it. It's like inflation's down 3 and it's like, yeah, down from like 1 billion% doesn't mean it's down. It just means it's down from like the highest it's ever been for a little bit. And it will always have that community notes. He's a liar. I'm like, oh, this is great. I love this shit. God, the only thing I look forward to if things play out like I would like them. I don't really care for having like 2 80-year-old dudes that are battling, but I do. I look forward to like just a meltdown. Social media meltdown. How everybody's going to say everybody's going to be in chains and we all have to leave America because Trump won. I look forward
the same shit is. I don't even pay that shit attention no more.
I like the memes. The memes are so fun. God, we're gonna have like so many memes of screaming people. It's gonna be great.
That's what could happen. I want the economy to do better. That's all I care about. I want the economy to do better, and I want stuff to stop being retarded. I think that we shouldn't really be focusing on 6% of the population at the cost of everyone else.
100%.
I want to play a video game that isn't a piece of shit. Like Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 5. Like I had a woman over, I'm playing it, and the dialogue's so bad, dude. It's so bad that I was getting embarrassed. I was playing it in front of her. And she goes, so this is the famous PlayStation 5 that's better than Nintendo and Mario. And I had no rebuttal. I'm like, listen, I got to help Georgie with his gay prom date.
God. It's like when you play anything Nintendo or hell, watch the Mario movie. There wasn't an ounce of that shit. It was just Mario was doing Mario shit. And then the movie went off. And I'm like,
yeah, it made $1 billion. And then like Bob Iger comes out and goes, apparently that there was still room to make money in this economy with films. Yeah, Bob, no shit. It's called making a film where people could just enjoy it. And it has none of this garbage. Yeah. I think like the problem with Echo is that they were in too deep. And I bet they were hoping that the strike would last longer so they could cancel putting it out. But it didn't. And they're just kind of like, okay, fuck it, whatever. Put it out in January, throw all the episodes out, call it a day. And then people will forget when we put out Daredevil, which is being reshot and rewritten now anyway, because the first one was so bad that they literally snuffed it out like crib death.
Jesus. It's when I look at all this happening, because I watch your channel, I watch Disparu. That's pretty much the 2 channels I watch when it's long form and any kind of long form content is you and Disparu and Critical Drinker. And I watch all these things just keep happening. And then I see Bob Iger come out and say, maybe putting in all this messaging is hurting our films. And everybody's like, well, yeah. And then they just keep doing it. And I'm like, what's the point of him saying this every year?
Man, I hope that hostile takeover goes through. I bet the old guy who wants to take it over will fix Disney. And it's really weird being an American now with international friends because everybody like just pities us now. It's so weird to just have people, from other countries just going like, you got to get out of there. It's all fucked up, or laughing at how stupid everything is. And I can't go, we're number 1 anymore because we're not.
No,
we're number 1 in being clown shoes though.
Yeah. It's strange because I remember being a teenager and being like, people in other countries would be like wanting to come to America.
Yes.
America. And now when I'm talking to somebody like joins the Discord or somebody joins like or comments on YouTube or messages me on Twitter And they're like, like somebody that doesn't know who I am, like, where are you from? And I'm just like, ooh, I don't want to. I kind of don't want to say. Like, I'm like, I don't like if I
I'm
go
seriously.
overseas, I don't want to. If I go to Japan, oh, where are you from? And I'm just gonna be like, oh, uh,
Oh,
Canada,
I'm from Canada.
Canada, yeah. Hey, mate, from Canada, yeah. Hey, please, please don't think I'm from America. I don't know. It's just weird, and it's not anything to do with like America in general. It's the like you said, adhering to 6% of the like insane population that's going in. Like our entire country is like a slave to it. Now Canada is too, but Canada
Oh
has
yeah.
not as many people, obviously.
Yeah, I
And
wouldn't go to Canada if I had to choose between America and Canada. America wins.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I would just that's one thing that I'm thankful for is living in Alabama because Alabama is super chill. It's the COVID stuff and it was never a thing. No one wore mask.
I noticed that in the South, like Tennessee and stuff, Nashville, people are still out playing music, having
Yep.
fun. Meanwhile, I'm in New York, and I swear to God, it felt like I was marching to a gulag sometimes. They have like these face scanners for you. You have to wear a mask. We had little pictures of where you're supposed to stand between each other. And I'm like, I fucking hate this state. I hate it.
Yeah, they closed my gym for like 2 weeks. And I was working out at home, and the gym owner texted me because I've been going there for over 10 years. He texted me and he's like, "Hey, I'm just going to open the gym, and if they say anything, I'll just tell them to fuck off." And he just opened the gym, and it never closed again. And I went to the gym every day, nothing changed. I never wore a mask. The only time I wore a mask was when I was at the airport, obviously.
And
You
I
know,
said it's a smart move considering, like, well, for New York, like the issue of New York here is we got so many fucking people coming here. So many people. And then you add in the fact that Texas is like sending migrants here because our retards in power are like, oh, it's a sanctuary state. I remember when they were doing that, dude. I was screaming at the screen. I'm like, Hoko, you retarded bitch. What are you doing? Like, New York still owes money from COVID, bro. And guess who's paying it back? The taxpayer, because they overborrowed from the Fed. So how the fuck do you know that we're in a huge deficit and then think, oh, we'll take on a bunch of migrants and we can afford it? Now it's even worse. And they're sitting there like, this could destroy New York. Like, bro, New York has been on the ragged edge for a while since you assholes came into power. And now it's worse than ever. And anyone with money, literally 100,000 people have left in the last 2 years of New York. Anyone with cash that can leave, leaves. I'm waiting. The second the interest rate drops, I'm running out of this state. I'm running over the New York border like a goddamn migrant.
dude, I have friends in New York that say that shit. They're like, "Yeah, I'm leaving as soon as possible. As soon as I could get into a place where I can leave, I'm leaving." And it's funny because when I talk to girls or I meet girls or even, guys at the gym and they had just moved here, it's always from New York or California. And our
It's just
population,
ungodly expensive here.
yeah, and our population is just increasing over and over. My property taxes went up like 6,000%.
Jesus fuck.
And I don't know what's going on. And it's just every road that used to just be like plains of like grass are just apartment buildings, like lining every road in our city now because the population is increasing so fast because people are leaving California and
The
leaving.
only thing I can hope for you is that those weren't the people that voted these assholes in. Because I can tell you right now, I didn't vote for these fucking dickheads.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like it doesn't mean anything in certain areas. It's like, how do these people keep winning? Um, I fully would think naturally that there would be an election and it's every state's just red, or you know what I'm saying, or vice
Well,
versa.
I'll
Depending
give
on
you the same like quote that I got when Hochul and the other mayor won, and they're both Democrats. When I was like, how the fuck did she do it with only 3 fucking grids? And then some asshole that, is obviously progressive goes, land doesn't vote, stupid. People do. I mean, that's the default answer.
yeah,
And gerrymandering.
it's so sad. It's like in Alabama. Well, Alabama, we had a Democrat win the Senate or something in Alabama, which was really strange. I think his name was Doug Jones or something, or Doug something,
Oh, that
and
probably reflects the influx of people.
yeah, it was very weird. But as far as presidential elections, it's been red for probably since the beginning of time, as to be expected. I think if there isn't some kind of weird like rigging, I think it'll be overwhelming this time. Things can just be overwhelmingly red. And I'm not optimistic that anything will change anyway.
I can only hope, because I don't think our economy can survive any more of this stupidity. Like,
Yeah.
a woman is a treasurer. No recipe for disaster.
A woman in any position of power. It's terrible. It's a terrible idea.
We say in my country, to give a woman power is like to give a gun to a monkey.